Yo, what's cracking lacking? What's the good word? Everybody good? I hope y'all good. If you ain't, you need to get good or something. What's happening, man? Jason Ewing, what up, dog? First Line Firearms Academy, what's to it? Shanna, the Ewings are in the building. Sharpshooter newsletter. Put me in the newsletter. Uh, who else we got in here? Nola Saint, what up? Fat guy with guns, my homie. What's up? BP, the mentor. What's to it? DMV Bison in here. What's up? Liberty Acres, my man. Tank. Brandy Clark, what's up? Coy, what's going on, my brother? Hillbilly, Billy. Hillbilly, what's happening? J Crew for you. What's to it? Big Easy. What's going on, champ? Locked in. What up, nephew? Walt E. What it do? Brandy Clark, what's up? D-Lo and Rax reacts. What's to it, man? Everybody, what's good? TK, what's to it, sister? Cuzzo, Naga, Oklahoma in the building. Is that Galen? Jalen or Galen? Jalen. Yep. What's up to you, Mr. Muhammad? I hope I got it right. Big Zo, what's to it? I'm trying to speak, man, to everybody early on. I try to do this, in the beginning here. Chuck Owens, what's up? Standing in the Gap Gun Club. Man, let me join. Stand right on in the gap. Gorilla. Gunrilla. Why I say gorilla? Because I can't read. That's probably why. Mr. LB, what's to it? Everybody good, man? Galen. I got that all right. Did I get, Galen. Oh. Well, that makes it, well, you got to help me out. Just help me out next time. I get it right. I'm still working on my reading. I usually try to sound out stuff before I read it, but the chat be moving so fast, I don't get the opportunity to sound it out all the time. Don't judge me, whatever you do. Ghetto, what up, brother? Lorenzo, what's to it? What's happening, man? My Fly family, what's up? Hello, Siege. How are you, ma'am? Anthony Hicks, what's to it? North Florida Tactical. What's going on, man? Triggerholic. Man, we're getting up in here tonight, man. We're going to have a good one, man. I got my guy Philip stopping back through again, man. We're going to chop it up. We're going to have some good conversation tonight, concerning Naga, concerning things like being misrepresented in the media, stuff like that. Sometimes you might say something and then it get misinterpreted. Like when you see it, you do an interview and you say something, and then you go back and you see it and you be like, whoa. That ain't, that's what I said, but they took the parts they want to take, to create a narrative. Sometimes people do that. That just depends on who you're dealing with, man. It's all good though. We'll fix it, whatever that is. Tap in. What's going on, young fella? Finger. I can't read that fast, bro. But I saw finger though. I saw that much. Jason Ewing said the media is a joke. Facts. So hopefully, man, when we get Phil in here tonight and we start chopping it up, well, before we do any of that, can we get you guys to hit the like button for me? That would be absolutely awesome. All right. And before I go any further with the show, I want to get into shouting out all of my great businesses and people that are sponsoring, that have jumped on the sponsoring wagon for Nashville, Tennessee, coming up a Memorial Day weekend next month, actually, April, May. Yep, next month. end of next month, actually. So I'm looking forward to that, man. I want to shout out Naga for being a sponsor. Optics Planet, one of our huge sponsors. We just recently got a brand new sponsor, Ammunition Depot. Shout out to them. There's several more. Gun Camp. Shout out to Gun Camp. Shout out all of them, man, because I didn't write it down. I'm so unprepared. I didn't write everybody down tonight, but because we got a few new guys that came in early on. They came in later, not early on. I'm getting old, y'all. So, but if y'all could do me a huge favor and hit the like button, that would be amazing. Erica, my fly family, what's going on? What's going on, man? Happy Monday to everybody. I hope y'all had an amazing weekend. Miss Ghetto, what's going on? Whew, I'm glad you're here. Because Mr. Ghetto be out of control sometimes, man. Hopefully somebody can get this man. Let me check the likes, see how we doing. Yo, Zach, how we looking on the likes, brother? We doing all right, or we looking bad? Rodney Brady, what's to it, New York City? What's going on, man? That's my boy. New York City. My black is beautiful. What's up? It's good to see everybody. We're gonna get this thing crack-a-lagging in a minute. Jeffrey Light, what's up? What's up? As we get in here, if you are indeed a YouTuber, right? You got a channel, do me a huge favor and share the live for me. I usually don't even ask people to share the live, but I think tonight we'll be able to spread a lot of great information. Dre Hill, what's up? So if you have the ability, just hit the share button and, share it as a post. That'd be awesome. QB, what it do? Urban Garden Chronicles, what's up? If I missed anybody, what's up to you? I hope you're having an amazing day. Hope your week getting off to a good start. Same OG, what's up? What's up, man? We're getting ready. We're getting close. In about another, 6-7 minutes, I'll bring my guest on and we'll get this thing started. Charles Henry, what up, champ? I'm gonna bring bring one of my partners in here. Where's Carbon Q? Anybody seen Carbon Q? I'm looking for her right now. I hate to have to jump off this live and go find her. J. Crew, for you, thank you, man, for the super sticker. Much appreciated. I appreciate that. I really want to say hi to you, but I can't. Well, I can, but L.A. Cassia. I can't say it. I tried to say it last time and struggled, and then you're gonna come back in here and never taught me how to say it. That make me sick when they do that. I just want to say it. I be want to get it right. Joe Kelly, what's up, man? Budget Gun Guys. That would be me. That would absolutely be me. Feel like Versus about to kick off. Versus? No, not at all, man. Kaba, what up? What's going on with you, man? Say it's cool. I'm gonna get it right one day. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm off tomorrow. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on trying to say that. Tony Smith, Danica, what's up? What's going on with y'all? He said, sounds like a word that I still can't read. Do you know that you're embarrassing me right now? Could somebody, let me get Zach, because I need him to say the name from you. Hold on, let me go get him. Bro.
What up?
Can you say it?
You gotta put it back up.
Oh, you stalling.
No, it's right here. It's L.A. Casiedo.
She just called me Lisa. I could say that.
Casiedo.
Nope, I'm gonna say Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa, how you doing? Welcome to the live. I appreciate you.
I tried to say it.
Lisa was easy. She could have told me Lisa the first time, and then we wouldn't have to go through all that. Zeus, what's happening?
What up, E-Money?
AR-77, what's up?
Rock Beezy, what up? Mechanic, what
Lisa,
up?
Don't pay me no mind. I'm just messing with you. I like to mess with people. Rock Bezzy, what's happening, man? E Money 202. It's good to see everybody. Crazy Mechanic, what's up, man?
What up, Bison? My black is
Oh man,
beautiful.
I
What up?
see my partner done checked in with me backstage, man. We about to
Get
get
to
ready to get this
what up,
party
ghetto?
started. So here's what I'm gonna say. All right, guys, we're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna talk. We're gonna learn. We're gonna be
Shoot out.
informed.
What up?
We'll have another great conversation. All I ask is everybody be respectful. At the end of the day, um, thank you, J. Crew, for you. And you keep going. I'm gonna get a staccato tomorrow. Keep on, keep on. I appreciate you, man, big time. Um,
What up, people?
so, and at the end of the day, this is still gonna be a normal live. If you guys have any questions, soon I will post a link. You could come in. Let's keep it easy. As much as we'd like to have an hour-long conversation each with Phil, we're not gonna be able to do it.
6.5p. What up?
You know, we're gonna just do it. We're gonna do the best we can out here and get out as much information. Miss Easy does it. What's to it? So if y'all ready to do this, man, we're gonna go ahead and get it cracking. All right. 6.5, what's up? But one last time I'm gonna ask. Please, please, please hit the like button for me.
Let me check. We were actually doing good on the likes when you asked me backstage. I was waving my hands and everything, but I don't think you saw me.
We're still behind by a little bit, but I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, not much.
I think I'm okay with that. Captain Kirk. He said, hello, Naga Nation. Naga be representing, boy. When Phil come in, he bring them people with him. See, that's what you got to do, man. You don't be going places by yourself. You got to have people with you, man. I be going places, don't have nobody with me. I have my wife. She crazy. She be ready to fight everybody. I have to tell her to sit down somewhere.
Shout out to all you naggers out there.
Facts. All right, man. So we're going to get this thing started, man. Just people, what's up? Let me get my man in here, man. Yo, Mr. Smith, what's up, man?
How y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hear you just fine, man.
What's up, Phil?
Good, good. I apologize for the mess behind me, but hey, it is what it is, you know.
Oh, man, you don't understand why I got it dark behind me. Let me get myself together before we, you know.
you
I use a lot of hand gestures, and then sometimes people notice it if I ain't got my stuff together, man. How you doing, though, brother?
I'm doing good, man. It's it's a Monday, so it's all good.
It's good to see you again, man.
Good to see you both, you guys too. How you guys been doing?
Oh man, listen, I'm good.
Good,
Man. I've been
man.
working on my shooting. You know, next month got to get down to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of trash talk been going on, so I'm just trying to get myself together. That's all.
I'm looking forward to going there and participating. You know, it's gonna be a nice
yeah,
time.
absolutely, man. We all are excited, man. So I'm gonna cut to the chase before we get the other conversation going. You know,
what up, Tony?
Don't mind Zach. He's speaking to people as they come in the chat.
Okay.
But what I was gonna say to you is, I noticed that there was some information in the media that might have been misinterpreted and considering, I mean, not considering, but in regards to constitutional carry.
Correct.
And that's what's happening in the state of Georgia.
Yes.
Can you, for those of us that may not know, can you give me a little bit of history on what happened with that situation?
Sure. And first of all, again, thanks for having me. I appreciate being here. Recently, Governor Kemp signed in Georgia constitutional carry, which means in the state of Georgia, and it varies depending on which state you're in, when you buy a gun, you can now take that gun. You don't have to go through a second layer of getting a concealed carry license, paying an additional $75 or $100, whatever it is, and waiting an additional 4 to 6 weeks. Once you buy that gun and you pass that background check, you are therefore allowed to carry the gun in a concealed or open carry fashion, depending on what you want to do. For organizations like myself, what represents NAGA and all the NAGA members, that's a very good thing if you're pro 2A, because it allows you to start protecting yourself, your family, and your loved ones automatically, instantly. There's no delay.
Agreed. Okay. And basically, I'm guessing whoever the media outlet was kind of flipped it and made it seem like you may have had a problem.
Correct.
Am I right on that?
Correct. I've done over probably 200 interviews in the last 7 years, and I've never had a problem because at NAGA, as everyone knows who's a NAGA member, we're very controlled on our messaging and imagery. And one of the things we have as a protocol, when you do an interview, at the end of that interview, you ask for the journalist to give you the title of the interview, and you take a look and green light that final version that's going to go out to your people, going to go out to the general public, go out to everyone. And I had an earlier interview with another organization, and I'll be very honest, I was kind of tired, and I didn't ask to see the title, and I didn't ask to see the final version because I've interviewed with WSB TV several times previously. No issue, no problem. But this is a new journalist. I've never worked with him, and he totally flipped it and made it seem like we were anti-gun, anti-constitutional carry, and just had everybody like asking me questions, emailing me. There's a lot of confusion that we've had to clear up, and we have cleared it up, like we're doing tonight.
Awesome. Who was this outlet again?
WSB TV in Atlanta. The reporter's name, I'll just give his first name, Larry. Relatively young, just trying to make a name for himself. But what he doesn't realize, I've been doing this for 7 years, and you're always going to come back to me for conversations, for additional interviews. And I will never have another interview with him because what he tried to do is sensationalize and flip it just to get views, just to get clicks on their site.
So he really just basically just blatantly just lied. Just took, because I read
Absolutely.
what you said, and then how he basically formulated his BS statement. I read that. I mean, so he just straight up lied.
Yeah. If you look at it, listen to my interview, then look at the title. They don't even mesh. There's not even. I never in the interview say we are against constitutional carry, because we're not. We're a Second Amendment organization that believes in constitutional carry to the nth degree. We have people that are military, law enforcement, single moms, families that rely on having that firearm for a level of protection. And with constitutional carry, as I said before, it allows you to protect yourself instantly. And I want to give you guys an example for yourself and for the listeners. Just imagine if you're a woman, a single woman in a domestic abuse type of situation, and this dude is wearing your butt out, coming up to your house late at night, beating you up. I mean, just giving you the blues. So the next day you go out and buy a gun. With constitutional carry, you can now have that gun and carry it with you out in public. So she is able to protect herself with an extra layer of protection, not only in her home, but outside as she goes about her business in her daily activities. That's very, very important to understand. And that's why constitutional carry is so important to our organization and other organizations that are related to the gun. It's essential to what we believe in.
That's interesting, man. So now it always bothers me if when somebody does that, because oftentimes it gets away, you know, in the general public, it gets away. So somebody sees the wrong narrative first.
Yeah.
And then obviously it's a lot of backtracking. Now we got to try to figure out how to fix this. And then you got people who are already formulating judgment. Correct. And then they're putting out falsified information as well.
Correct.
One thing I don't approve of is people, you know, lying on other people. You know, just say what the man said and let that be what it is.
Right.
So, you know, y'all, when y'all hear them and see any interviews from old Lion Larry, we know not to. We know we got to do our research when he talking about something. We ain't gonna knock Larry too much tonight, but.
And I want to add one more thing. If you look at the current title of the interview, they changed it because they had to. I called the station manager, I called the editor and said, look, this is wrong. I want to change. So they changed it a little bit, but not to the level of my satisfaction.
Interesting.
Anybody that read the article, you can clearly see you never once said that. He just decided to just say what he wanted to say. Because I read what, and hopefully he quoted you correctly, because I read the quotes that he put in didn't even add up to what the picture he was trying to paint.
No, I just think he's trying to make a name for himself, and you know, I'll never talk to him again.
Good. Me either. Larry, don't call me Larry. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, so, well, we got that out the way for the most part. I'm sure it'll come back up again, but that I wanted to tackle early as opposed to waiting to get to that part. Right. Now, I'm glad you came back because I need to know, man, what's happening new with NAGA right now?
We're doing a lot. I mean, the organization, we're getting ready to roll out a scholarship program. I'm going to announce it here. We're going to be, for the first year, we're going to identify 5 to 6 kids nationwide. And those kids are going to get a stipend. In other words, they're going to get paid to go to school. We're going to target kids, junior high, first couple years in high school, kids that are borderline, not A's and B students, because those kids are okay. We're talking about the kids that come from single family homes, like in my neighborhood, the kids that are very, very smart, but they're getting tempted by the streets. What we're going to do is provide them an option. We're going to say, you know what, if you can take your grades from a C and get it to a D, from a C to a B, you're going to get paid for that.
Okay.
If you can take your grades from a D to an A, we're going to pay for that. And if you can maintain that for the year, we're going to pay you for that. We've tried everything else, and probably wondering, okay, what does this have to do with guns? It has everything to do with guns, because that's our next generation of NAGA members. That's our next generation of 2A members. That's our next generation of constitutional carry advocates coming from the Black community. We have to start helping our kids, because our kids, I'm telling you, I went back home to Northern Cali recently, as I told you guys last time. And it was tough, man. It was tough seeing a lot of kids that I know their parents, because I was raised with their parents, and see what's going on with them. A lot of them feel like they're hopeless. They don't have any avenue that's legal that they can do. And I think we should try to do something a little different. We tried everything else. We tried to give scholarships in terms of a symbolism of a scholarship to go just to a certain school. We tried charter schools. We tried trophies, certificates. None of that stuff is really working. So let's try something a little revolutionary by giving these kids a stipend. And we're talking about a very small pool of kids initially, only 4 or 5 nationally, and then we're going to scale it out if it works. We don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try.
No, I think that's awesome. I think anything to give some of these kids in the hood options is always positive.
Correct.
I know last time when you were on, one of the things that we spoke on was training, NAGA, becoming NAGA certified.
Right.
And the training regimen. Correct. Have you guys made any progress with that?
Yeah, I've got some good news about that as well. We are very, very close to getting a last piece of our NAGA instructor class curriculum finalized. And when we get that finalized, we are then going to take that next step to get certified in various states. We're going to try for the states that are the easiest initially, and then we're going to try to expand that out. But this is going to be a very, very big and heavy lift, because we're going to be the first Black organization as relates to firearms that's going to get certified in a particular state for our curriculum, which is huge.
Great. Yeah, oh man, I like to hear that.
That's exciting news.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's taken, if anybody has been in NAGA the last 4 or 5 years, they know the struggle. It was hard. We had to go through some mountains. We made some mistakes. Hey, how you doing?
Hey everybody, how are you doing?
We've had to go through some battles to get to this point where we have some really good folks leading that battle. Tiffany Johnson and Akil Kadar, who are the architects of the NAGA instructor program, as well as the NAGA beginning class. And now they're putting together another piece that'll really make it a very, very robust, strong. We can stand next to any other organization and say, you know what, look at our stuff. And we're very, very proud of that, but it's taken a long time to get here.
Now, is it going to be the degree of difficulty to get involved and get NAGA certified, or is it going to be on par with what we're seeing out here with like USCCA and NRA?
I think it'll at least, at a minimum, I think it's going to be better. I'm very biased. I think it's going to be a better program. I think it's going to be a lot more inclusive. The one thing that we have a little different with our program is that not only are you going to learn about firearms and how to be an instructor and how to learn how to incorporate firearms into your life, but we also talk about, and this is the one thing that separates us from any organization in the world, we talk about the history of Black arms. We talk about what it is to be a Black man or Black woman walking downtown, concealed carry, or open carry if you choose, which I'm not a big advocate of. We talk about real issues as it relates to Black folks. If you're stopped by the police and you have a gun on you, what do you do? What do you really do? Not just thinking out, off the cuff, but what do you really do? And we have law enforcement and Black law enforcement in our organization. We have military. We have folks that have real life experiences that can speak to that and say, you need to do this. And that's the difference with our organization. We care about Black people at an intimate level that other organizations, they're going to take your money. They're going to slap a certificate on you and they're going to shoot you on your way. We care about you. We want you to be supported. We want you to go out and to take those skills that you learn from NAGA and go out to the larger community, the Black community, and say, okay, you know what? You don't need to go to John Doe over there. You can come to me, and I'm going to teach you what it is to carry a gun and how to shoot a gun. And that's the difference between us.
Like that.
Interesting. So it'll be a gentleman like myself will have the ability to say, you know what, I'm ready to go take the NAGA training course.
Right.
And
we
get
have
myself a NAGA certification.
We have a training director, a gentleman by the name of L, really sharp brother. He'll take your information, he'll screen and interview you. And if you meet the quals, I don't know exactly what those are right now, but he'll definitely set that standard and have a conversation with you. If you qualify, then you can go through the process of becoming a certified NAGA instructor. And I want to say this, if you're a NAGA instructor, I believe you have a commitment to not only train Black folks, but train them the right way and be real with them in that classroom. Just don't go through your normal steps of isosceles versus Weaver or shotgun versus pistol for home defense, but really have a conversation and say, you know what? If somebody comes through that door at 2 o'clock in the morning, this is what you need to do, or this is what you should do. Those are conversations that a NAGA instructor can bring to a class full of Black people that other folks don't willingly understand, to know how to do or want to do. And that's the big difference. And that's the thing I'm most proud of as the president of the organization.
Interesting. I'm gonna I know you don't have a ton of time tonight. I'm gonna get a link out here for anybody.
No, I'm here as long as you need me, man.
Oh, okay. Anybody out here who may have any questions as we go, I'm gonna go ahead and get the link posted so we can open that forum up. Hold on. I got that out there. Carbon Q, how you doing, ma'am? I didn't get to greet you properly.
Hey, I'm so
Hey,
sorry.
Carmen, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? How's everything?
Good.
Hey, Zach. What's going
Carbon
on?
Q, keep our wheels turning, man. I make her, not make her. I ask her to come and join me. I don't say make her. She should beat me up. I ask her to come and join me, and help me out, stuff like this. I'll be forgetting everything. I could talk all day and say I'm gonna say a million things and forget all of it. I remember two.
Yeah, I had a chance to meet her in person in Atlanta. She was a very nice lady.
Is she as nice in person as she is on screen?
You know what? She's even nicer. She's even nicer.
Thank you, Phil.
No, that's shocking. That is shocking. No, shout out to Carbon Q. She's amazing, man.
Hi, everybody in the chat.
Oh, I got a guess. Phil, you might remember this guy, man. I'm gonna bring him in, man. One of my favorite people. Hold on.
Hot tub. I knew it.
Boy, he don't miss a chance to click that link.
No.
How you
Glad
doing,
to
man?
see you again, bro. How you
Good to
been?
see you too, man. I'm jealous on that beard, but I'm trying.
Well, everybody ain't blessed like that, man.
Hot tub a player too, in his mind.
I'm not no player, bro. I'm a married man. Don't do that.
You heard what I said to you.
Don't get him in trouble.
Get
Don't get him in trouble.
Pause RGG.
Nah, but
You say it different. Say it different.
say it different.
What's going on?
I just had number one. I saw the interview, man, and that was a clear hatchet job they tried to attempt on you.
Thank you.
But I hope that underscores to the organization the need to push the message to Black media outlets like RGGs, like Carbons, like Zach's, because your message is not going to come through. It's not going to resonate the same going through their networks. You see how they're skewing your words around.
Absolutely.
So that underscores the need for NAGA as an organization to spend more time on this side of the house and invest in growing these media outlets, because these are the new Black media, right? What you see on this panel, all of these guys represent that.
Right.
And that's what needs to be fostered, because when there are attempts to skew your words in the greater media outlets, you need to have your own outlets that can amplify your message and also do checks and balances on you and your organization when that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And can I coattail on that a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It's important sometimes, as we get caught up in running around, we forget how we got here. And the reason why I've gotten here is because of Black people and Black voices and Black organizations. And when something like this comes around, we need to reflect back to those people that know us. It's like a family. If somebody says something about my brother that first time I'm hearing it, and I'm gonna say, hey, that's not true. I know my brother. And that's the same thing that's going on right now. I can go to you guys and you know me to a certain degree. You know the organization even more so. So that's what I think we'll stand on, and we're definitely going to make sure that those Black voices and those Black organizations get our information like they've been doing in the past. So I appreciate that.
And also them sponsorship dollars.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Always.
But now and last time we spoke, I made I'm sorry, I'm saying it different.
No, take
So
your time.
last time we spoke, I was asking about the organization taking a stance on the killing of Black people. And I see you guys took a stance on the motion of the NRA director. I mean, not the NRA, the ATF director.
Yeah, Marvin Richardson.
That was good. I read the statement and I agree with it totally.
Mm-hmm.
But where is NAGA on the police killing us? Because we still need to have that your voice linked to that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've tried to be as vocal as I can and being consistent, but to your point, maybe I need to do more. Maybe I need to be on Instagram having video clips on a daily basis to make sure that that message goes out. Maybe I need to be on Facebook.
Well, not me. You don't even have to go through that. You have a direct line with what you got here.
Yeah.
Just put out your statement the same way you did with the demotion of the ATF director. That's what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And that does a lot to bring more people to the organization.
Correct.
Because I'm not here, and I don't want it to seem like every time you come on here I'm bashing you. I'm not. I'm actually rooting for your organization to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to prompt y'all to succeed, and this is what grassroots is. A lot of the grassroots are looking for.
Right.
But to your point with the guy doing the just doing the false narrative that they tried to put out on the organization, I saw all of that. And don't believe the hype on any of that. That was just straight out slander.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, you got these type of media outlets you should be talking to. Your organization should be talking, not just this one, but it's a lot of Black 2A content creators. They are our medium. And I think
we've been. Let me add something real quick. Not to interrupt. I'm sorry.
No,
We have a good newsletter editor, Kia Glenn, who I'm going to tell you, she's done a great job in reaching out to folks like you regarding our organization and our stance. So she's trying to get that information out. We have to do a better job, to your point, a much better job, but we are trying to get some traction in that area.
I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I know there's a lot of other people that have some questions for you.
No, I appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you, for sure.
Y'all take it easy, man.
Popped up. Shout out. Hey, man. Everything good down there?
Oh, man, everything lovely, bro. You know, any day above ground a good one for me, bro.
Yes, sir. Did you go buy some rabbits?
I didn't get no rabbits, bro.
Okay. I'll talk to you.
No rabbit meat sandwich over here. All right, y'all.
All right, brother.
Peace out, though.
Peace.
All right.
Now, I will say this. From the last time that you were on, I had gotten a couple emails myself. And one that stood out to me, to be honest with you, it was from a gentleman that supports my channel wholeheartedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this brother, he's actually a white gentleman. And his name, we all know him as Real Deal on here.
Okay.
And he had emailed me and he asked me, a couple questions. He said, can I go on? He asked me something about the NAGA website, and I remember sending him over the information. And then he came back and he goes, man, this is some really good information. And he said, he was asking me how could he get into the training program or something else he asked me. And maybe he'll come in here tonight and he can speak for himself. But then a day or so later, he came on the live and said, I just want to let you guys know I'm now a proud NAGA member.
Okay, that's good. That's
so he went in and signed up. So I think that you resonated. He wasn't the only one. There was probably at least 3 or 4 more.
Okay.
That just came out of the chat and they were letting me know that they signed up. And I thought that was pretty good that your message was resonating to them. I've said this, I'll say it publicly, I'll say it to anybody. I still don't know everything that I would like to know about the organization. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But I like you.
Oh, thank you, man.
I rock with you, brother. The
appreciate
2 times that I talk to you, I feel like your heart is there. You seem like a genuine brother, and I think that's kind of the sentiment across the board.
Right.
That you're trying to do, the right thing for the community. So
All right.
You know,
And
it's all
I'm
love.
gonna say this. I make mistakes. I make mistakes.
You're only
I made a
human, man.
mistake by not checking the interviewer that just went through the interview with me on WSB TV. I make mistakes, but I'm gonna be honest about it. That's one thing you can get from me. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and you guys can slap me, hit me over the head, but I'm gonna keep on moving forward, and that's the best. That's the best I can do.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. Let's see if we got more questions back here.
Sure.
Are you gonna after this incident happened, will you be moving or being very I don't want to use the word selective, but will you be more um selective in who you allow to interview you? Just from what I've seen, another individual that put out something in regards to what you said that they really didn't even know anything about NAGA. Just a couple hours ago, they had did some research on you, and then they went with the story. Even though they did a retraction to it, the damage was already done.
Correct.
Will you be more careful or selective, I guess I should say, in who you allow to interview you? Since it seems that because you're the largest African American representing the African Americans, that you're viewed on everything and looked at in a way that is only for African Americans, even though we didn't choose that. That was already chosen for us with
Right.
whites only water fountains, buses, hospitals. That was done a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do something for ourselves, it seems like everybody has a problem with that, not realizing that this was something that was indoctrinated a long time ago. And we're just trying to move and do what we need to do for us amongst us. Do you see that being a problem as you move forward? Like, is that something that you always have to defend?
Let me give you two responses. And Carbon, that's an excellent question. First of all, yes. If I'm not more diligent and a lot more careful, I'm a fool. I have to be a lot more cautious in who I talk to. And I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. We had an emergency meeting with the executive team and regional directors and some other folks that jumped on the call, and they kind of said, "Hey, Phil, that was a bad move. That was something you should be a little more careful of." Just to be transparent, and just because I run the organization doesn't mean I don't get criticized, because I trust the people that are around me. I love them like they're my brothers and sisters. But sometimes your brother or sister has to tell you you did something that wasn't too cool, or be a little more diligent or a little more careful. So yes, I'm going to be a lot more careful who I talk to, and we have put some things in place based on that conversation we had internally that are going to make sure that that doesn't happen ever again. To your point. Secondly, and I think this is the latter part of your statement, we have to stop apologizing for liking guns as Black folks.
Yes.
We have to stop saying, "Oh my God, I got to explain myself." No, I like guns. I like shotguns. I like ARs. I like AK-47s. And the reason why I like them, they're good guns to protect myself and my family, and stand on that. Our ancestors died for us to be here.
Mm.
The Harriet Tubmans, the Nat Turners, them folks died for us.
Mhm.
So I'm going to apologize because somebody's uncomfortable with me and my 45,000 members, and we all have guns, and you don't like that. When the other groups have got much larger organizations and they all have guns, and it's cool for them to have guns, but it's bad for us to have guns. No, it doesn't work that way. We're not discounted Americans or sub citizens. We have earned the right in this country to do what we want legally as it applies to the Second Amendment, and be unapologetic about that. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to very smart, rich Black men and women. We're talking doctors, lawyers, business entrepreneurs, like a lot of like you folks are. And at the end of the conversation, they still look at me and say, "Well, Phil, can we really do this?" And I look at them and say, "Yes, we can do this. This is legally ours. Our folks died for us." So with Second Amendment, I take no backseat to anyone for anything.
Hmm.
Stop apologizing. You like guns, we like guns. And if you don't like it, keep stepping.
You got me want to pick up a gun right now.
Don't pick up no gun right now, man. What's up, brother? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? I just want to say salute to RGG for your leadership, brother, and having this discussion. It's a very much needed discussion. I'm glad you brought Phil on the channel to go ahead and get this message out and throw that correction out there. Salute to Zach, Carbon Q.
What's up, Jay?
Hi, Shooter.
Absolutely, man. What's going on? And Phil, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your leadership and doing what you did You stepped up there, man, and created something, and you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
And yeah. So it's definitely I saw your message, not in our community first. I saw it in one of the other YouTube platforms that had about 500,000 subscribers. Him putting the message out there, correcting the story and setting the narrative straight. So that shows power right there. That our agenda and our message is bleeding over to the other side of the 2A community, which leads me to my question.
Yes, sir.
We have organizations out there like Gun Owners of America, and they have lobbyists in the congressional offices. And I know NAGA is probably too early of an organization to start having and funding lobbyists to go and pitch for us. But have you considered teaming with Gun Owners of America to leverage their lobbying capabilities?
I'll be very honest. I have not thought about partnership, but I have thought about individually down the line. Not now, because we're not financially able to pay a lobbyist the money that they get paid, just to be quite honest. But at some point in time, to your question, there is going to be a legal aspect of the organization. It has to be. To me, that's long term. That's not NAGA today, but that's maybe NAGA in 10 years or 7 years, because we have too many issues that are too important to the Black community that we just can't sit there and just sit back and say, let somebody else have their voice and we'll kind of follow their step and we'll give them the rah. But we have to speak for ourselves. We have to go out and make our presence felt as Black folks.
Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly. This is something I've been thinking about for probably the last couple of months. I came across another brother who has a YouTube platform, and they get sponsored. They're sponsored by GOA. So the first thing that came to my mind is, my platform, I wouldn't want their money, but I think that NAGA should team up with them to potentially look at ways that are, if they want us to join the organizations, then they have to consider also, we're out here. We're a big community that's growing by the day, as you know, firsthand. So they need to hear from us to make sure that their voice is our voice as well, and not just specifically for their community. So
I want to add something.
Yes.
And I'm just going to repeat something that everybody knows, but I want everybody to think about it. There has never been this many Black folks with guns in the country ever. I estimate at least 4 to 6 million Black folks have purchased guns in the last 2 years, 2.5, 3 years. That's a lot of folks. And I'll be very honest, that's a lot of votes as well. That's power in that number. We just need to take that number and realize, we got something here that's special.
Absolutely.
So.
All right, that's all I want to ask, man. I'm gonna give you guys back the show, but thank you, RGG, for pulling me on. Carvin, Zach, I'll see you guys next month. Can't wait to see you all.
Peace, bro.
See you later.
Big Drake.
What's up?
Hey, Big
What's going on, brother?
How y'all doing?
What up, Dre?
Yeah.
Doing good, man.
How you doing, Phil?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. How you doing today, bro?
I'm good, brother. Carbon Q, Zach, Leo.
Hey, Big Dre.
Man.
I want to let y'all know, man, I've been thinking about this whole NAGA situation from our last conversation. And I think I'm going to give it another shot. But are there going to be opportunities for us as content creators and upcoming FFLs to work with NAGA in different ways, different projects, like y'all coming to the city, doing events and stuff like that?
Absolutely. In fact, we need you. We need brothers like yourself that are creative, that have ideas, that have a product, have a service that other members need and want. So we have to integrate that into our messaging to let everybody know that you are out there, you exist, what you're doing, how you can really target the people that you want to know about your services. So yes, we're going to be integrating that into our newsletter, into our social media. We have social media. We have a new social media manager who is doing a great job thus far. So the message is going to start become a little more aggressive.
So are you all going to start doing stuff, doing events, say like, for example, I was at an event a few weeks ago where they had different vendors out there showcasing their products at a range, letting people shoot them, content creators coming out doing content. Are y'all going to do something like that?
I think at a chapter level, you'll see different chapters have different events and they might have some vendors there, but I want to lean toward our national convention. And I want everybody to go to our national convention because that's where you're going to see everybody, all the vendors, big and small. And when I say all the vendors, we're going to make sure that Black vendors get in our lobby, get into our program, have a chance to get exposed to those 45,000 members, so they can have a chance to make money. Too often, we shoot for that, the big money, and we forget about those Black folks that help us get to this point in terms of advertising dollars. So you'll definitely have an opportunity at our national convention.
Okay. All right. That'll work, man. That's all I wanted to know, man.
All right. Thank you, brother. I
Appreciate
appreciate
Be
it.
Big
blessed
Drake.
out there. Stay safe out there. We'll see y'all
Yes,
soon.
sir.
All right, Big
All right.
Drake. Peace, bro.
That's my guy down in Nashville there, man.
He's in Nashville?
He's in Nashville. So he's been helping us get all this stuff together. So good brother. If anybody else got any questions for Mr. Smith, I'm gonna post the link one more time. You guys are welcome to come in. Outside of that, man, what else you been up to, man? There's a lot of serious stuff going on. I'm gonna give you a couple minutes, man. I was looking for my fly family. I don't know where this guy went, but
it was just touched upon in our discussion, but I hope everybody's been watching what's been going on with the ATF.
yes,
Alcohol,
Yes.
tobacco, and firearms. Now, this is for your readers or listeners that don't know. I'm going to kind of give a quick overview. A brother by the name of Marvin Richardson, a 30-year veteran of the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, ATF, navigating the landmines career-wise to make it to the top of the agency. He's running the agency, and he's suddenly demoted for no reason by the current administration to be replaced by another person who is white, who is not qualified and is a political appointee, plain and simple. I think this is wrong on two strong points. I think the story of Marvin Richardson, his story for 30 years fighting in that agency, making it to the top, is a story that every American can connect with and embrace, because that's a Black man who's doing it real time. He's an example for our kids. He's an example for our men and women in college. It's just a feel-good story. So why would you take that away from him when he's finally made it to that point and he's earned the right? From field agent all the way up to the ATF director. And I think it's bad. I've spoken about it. We've made comments. Our national VP, Doug Jefferson, has spoken about it extensively, as well as other members of the organization. I think it's wrong. And I think we need to hold those accountable that are doing this to him.
I agree. Coy, how you doing, my brother?
Doing pretty good. How is everybody doing? How you doing, Mr. Phil?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing, man?
I am doing well. Speaking of the ATF director, I believe part of the railroad they're saying is something about he's too friendly with the gun industry or some other yes. But you know how they go. So
Yeah.
do have a couple questions.
Sure, go right ahead.
I think the last time we had a live, we talked about a green book. You familiar with the green book about it was basically something that was done 50s, 60s, well 40s, 50s, where we cannot go. And we were discussing about having one for Black 2A, or basically have people that basically have highlight the organization, the companies or whomever to do good business with us and treat us, fairly, and also bring to attention of the ones that do not do good business with us, so we know as a group, hey, I might want to think twice about taking my dollars here. Because we all know that our dollars move more action than our talk. The second thing was, you say you have 45,000 members, correct?
Correct.
I'm actually a member too. But my question is, have you ever thought about going in part of your membership, maybe even create another tier that you actually offer your own carry insurance, maybe get an underwriter or something to that effect? Because I'm thinking with that big of a membership pool, and say you leverage that against the actual dollar amount for the membership to actually push a carry insurance that's uniquely suited for your organization and your community?
That's a great question. We have insurance obviously right now for the organization, for NAGA, but
Right.
I've never really thought about maybe having our own insurance similar to like a USCCA. I think that's what you're referring to.
Well, not particularly, but we'll say yes.
Okay.
There's, because I've watched a couple other lives, and I've actually like that big. I watched Dre live, and a guy came on one of his lives and broke down how he basically created their own insurance. Basically, got an underwriter, and then they offer. Well, you figure with the being that primarily now the focus is on training
Mm-hmm.
and basically proper use and safely using the firearm. And me personally believe that also goes hand in hand for when you have to use that firearm. And it just seems like that'll be a attractive product for your membership.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So
It's definitely something to think about. I mean, I'll be very honest. I have not really thought about it in those terms. That's something for the leadership, and I think it's a good topic for the national convention for sure.
and the reason why I say NAGA as an organization, because we're talking about 45,000 members, and you can start doing the dollar amount. Say, I'm just throwing round numbers up. Membership dues go to $100. That's $44 million per se. And you go to any underwriter or any insurance company, they're going to quickly listen because just the sheer volume of money.
Right.
So
I
I'm
think you
going
touched on something that makes sense because when you go to these underwriters, and I go to them all the time, they do look at the numbers, and the numbers do count. They make
exactly.
when you can walk in the room and say, "Look, we've got such and such dollars behind my voice, behind people standing behind me." They'll sit down and they will listen. Now, if you come in there with one or two people saying, "I got this or that," they're not going to listen to you. But money makes makes the world go round, and definitely, if you have that much money at the table, they'll consider a lot of things.
And I look at it as in you also, what you also looked at was the fact that you have all these insurance companies, and there's less than 10 actual cases that have been litigated in this business. I mean, in the whole 2A insurance, as far as it since has been going on, and those are dollars that we are giving out of the community that we can actually bring back home. And as you say, you have your stipend or scholarship program. We'll call it a scholarship program. Those
Right.
are dollars and other things that can be going back into your pet project as an organization, and also you're already training. So let's not just let's not just provide the trainers. We're also going to provide the protection for when we take your training and have to use it in a life-threatening situation. So
Yeah, that's good talk right there, man. That's something we definitely need to consider. Anytime, and I'm just a big advocate of this, as you guys already know or don't know. Anytime you can take money that you're getting from the organization and directly impact Black communities across this country, that's a good thing. You can't save everyone, but you can definitely make an impact.
exactly. And like Tony and Carbon said, we did see the hack job they did on you, and also not only did we hold uh one of the we'll say larger community YouTubers came out and gave a 9-minute statement about how to look out for NAGA, how you had missteps and all the other stuff, but
Mhm.
it was pretty cute that he only did less than a minute of a retraction,
Mm.
Right.
and that was to a audience of say 500 some odd thousand viewers. So
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, we got to be cognizant of our images and
Hmm.
how they portray themselves.
Yeah, you're right. Because people are watching this. I mean, they're watching all of us tonight on the show tonight. They're watching RGG. They're watching everything. So we have to be very careful how we move because everyone here smiles at us out in public doesn't smile because they like us.
Yeah.
No, it's not. And then they get into the conversation of why it has to be Black 2A, why it has to be because every group of people have issues that are uniquely theirs, and so why do we have to remove our issues or our uniquely that what makes us us
Right.
from our titles and our names and what we're doing?
And we
And
should be able
it's
to do it the way that we want to do it.
exactly.
If that makes us comfortable, we have a different twist, a different name, a different, we Black folks, we have a style, we have a creativity that's just in us. So we just do things the way we do it. That's why people follow us. And we shouldn't apologize for that. Not at all.
Exactly. And on that note, I'm gonna get out of here, people. Y'all have a
Thank
good
you.
night. Appreciate the time, brothers.
Like
Hey,
Thank you,
Carbon.
Troy. Appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
Okay, we got a few people in line. Y'all be patient with me backstage. Because before we go any further, I need to do something real quick. Hold on. I gotta learn how to use my computer. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 5 on the Fly, where we ask our guests 5 random questions with no right answer. So sit back and let's have some fun.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble again.
Mr. Philip Smith, you thought you was gonna avoid me, brother?
You know I caught it from last time, man. You know you got me in trouble. I got beat down, man.
What's going on, brother? You looking good. You're looking young.
Likewise, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
It's good to see everybody else. RGG, fat guy with guns, Carbon Q.
Really?
Amazing. Well, I don't have to explain much. I think you know how this goes down. 5 questions. Gonna come at you nice and quick. I want that answer nice and quick. You ain't gonna be right, or you may be kind of wrong. We'll see how that goes. All right. Question number 1. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Fat Luther, skinny Luther.
Oh, Fat Luther. That's not even Fat Luther.
Good answer, Phil. Good answer.
Skinny Luther didn't even look normal. Come on.
Big
Now.
Luther.
All right. Question number 2. Martin or In Living Color?
Ooh.
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 Come on now.
Oh man. Oh man.
Come on.
I'll go Martin.
That's all right. I would have went there.
Okay, you couldn't have went wrong.
That was tough.
But Martin don't got the Fly Girls. The Fly Girls was something special.
They were the bomb. They were the bomb, man.
Yeah. All right. Super important question. Grandma's house. Knock on the door or walk right in?
I better knock on that door. She got a gun.
Go on, Granny.
My grandma from Louisiana. Trust me, you walk in that door.
You gonna crawl out.
Walk right in. Not a good choice.
No, not a good choice.
All right. Survival situation. Bug in or bug out?
That's a tough one there.
Yeah.
Bug in or bug out. If you stay in, you're locked down there. I'm a bug out.
Bug out. That's all right. That's all right. I'm with you.
Carbon Q, the prepper. Listen. I saw the prepper look on her face. So what are you doing, Phil?
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Carbon. I'm sorry. Don't.
We're gonna have a long talk after this show.
All right. So listen. Usually number 5, you know that, but we already know what you like on your grits. So I figured the second most important question I'm gonna be able to ask you.
Right.
It's Thanksgiving, and is it turkey?
Ooh.
Is there stuffing or is there dressing?
Woo! Come on, Phil.
Dressing.
My boy.
All right.
Are you stuffing? Ain't no.
I was raised in a black family. Come on now.
Come on, man. I'm trying to tell them something about some damn stuffing. Thank you, Bill. That was a great question. Phil, you're winning on these number 5.
You're the man. You're the man.
Question. And you win.
Yeah, man. Well,
you know your national marketing director, is that Kia? She put stuffing out there. You need to have a talk with her.
Uh-oh.
Kia will be
talk to her
no longer with the company after today.
Definitely to have a talk with her.
You are a girl like that.
Go ahead on now.
Her employment is under review right now.
I tell you, I'm a take the honor of saying thank you for hanging out and doing what you're doing. I had the pleasure of hanging out with Mr. Philip Smith myself personally, and good dude in person. Amazing event that we were able to be at the same time, and I'm looking forward to plenty and many more. 2023, the conference, I'll be there, definitely 100%.
Definitely. And I want to say this, and I don't know if I said this before, but the reason why I like talking to all of you guys, because you're the future of 2A. In a few years, I'm going to be retired, and somebody else is going to be here. But you guys are just getting started for the next 20, 30 years. So it's in your hands, what you do, what you don't do, how you form your organizations, and how you stand behind each other and support each other. I want to really emphasize that. You can have different organizations, but bottom line, when it comes to the rubber hits the road, you got to lock arms, and you may not even like the person you're holding your hands with. But if they're a black person, you say, okay, we're going to get past the petty stuff, and we're going to work together. But I'm very excited when I see all you guys come. You're fresh, you're young, you're energetic. I'm just very excited about the future of 2A in the black community. So I just want to say thank you to all 5 of you guys, all 4 of you guys.
I thought you were talking to me. You said young. I thought you were talking to me. Them too?
This clown.
I thought he cracked the fat joke. He said all 5 of you guys. I'm like, well, damn.
No, all 4.
He count one of us as 2, Zach. I'm not sure.
I'm drinking.
Somebody is 2.
Yeah,
somebody is them.
All right.
Hey, appreciate you, brother.
Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be back in a little later because I do have some serious questions, but I know there's a line behind stage, so I'll talk to you in a few.
Definitely.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Peace.
My fly family. Who we got back here? Tracy Brown.
Hey. Hello. Hey, y'all. How you doing? Hey, I'm so glad to see everybody here and have a chance to be a part of this amazing conversation. It's beautiful to see like-minded people. Extra shout out to Carbon Q because it's always beautiful to see the sisters representing. So I appreciate you.
Shout out to Carbon Q.
How you doing,
Thank
Tracy?
you kindly. I cannot complain, and I'm feeling very good. Thank you for signing my petition. You know, I came to ask. I came to ask folks about supporting this initiative. So, I have a petition demanding that the U.S. government stop using rubber black men. That rubber dummy is a black man painted white. And to demand that they stop using them to train military and transferring them to the police through the 1033 program. So I'm wondering if you, in appreciation for the fact that you signed the petition and you obviously support the initiative, if you could say something about the effort and why it's so important, just to encourage our
Sure. And if everybody doesn't know, Tracy, she has been just the energy behind this force of getting the word out, talking to people. She was on Soledad O'Brien. She's been on other shows. I mean, she is really letting everyone know how this is wrong. And we should never have government sponsored purchasing of an item that depicts us in a very obvious way. I mean, the moment I looked at the dummy, I said, that's a black man. We don't need to have our black men have an imagery like that to be practiced for the police or the military, and it should stop, and it should stop immediately. So I salute you, and definitely keep it up. Anything that I can do on a national or personal level, let me know, and you definitely got my got my support always.
Absolutely, I thank you for that. And folks who are listening, please, I put the link in the chat so folks can sign the petition, and please circulate it in your network so that we can bring about a good result. But praise God, the people who make the thing are so harried. He quit taking the maker stopped taking the calls, and he makes his daughter take them now, which is a whole nother. I could make another commentary on this man making his daughter take these calls now, but they're so sick of getting the calls that who knows, maybe they will find it disadvantageous to keep making.
How's it been going? Is the petition picking up steam? Is it working?
It really, really is. And more people are joining on, more and more press are reaching out. And the GSA right now, they're actually sounding very favorable. Like, okay, we hear you. We keep seeing this stuff come out, and it's becoming very, very embarrassing for them in this time of anti-blackness.
Have there been any black law enforcement associations that have said anything about this?
Not yet. So I'm still reaching out to people. If you have good contacts for these organizations, that's great, because sometimes you send messages and they go into a silo. But if people have good contacts, that's great. I'm on the Caliber online community, which you'll see my posts, but that's a great place to connect with folks. And also my YouTube page.
Yeah.
Can we get the link posted for the petition?
Yeah, sure can. I'll do that right now. Don't threaten me with a good time. There you go. So I thank y'all very much for your time, and thank you, Philip Smith, for your support.
No, absolutely, Tracy. And we'll talk.
All right.
Nice meeting you.
You too.
Okay, we got a line. Hold on. Real deal.
How's everybody doing tonight?
What's going on, Rabbit Sandwich Guy?
I'm just sitting here waiting my turn.
Hey, Real Deal.
Appreciate you, man.
How you doing, Phil?
Good. How you doing, man? Good to see you again.
Good seeing you. I'd like to tell you I'm a proud member of NAGA.
Hey, I'm glad to have you, brother. Thank you very much, man.
So, I want to say, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on for a minute. Take this hat off. I'm going to say that article was designed the way they did it, because the way it came out, and then the other YouTubers jumped on it and was talking negative about it, was the first time a lot of two-way white people ever heard of your group. And so it was designed to do that, so it would put a wedge right off the start. Because like you said earlier, you guys in the 2A community are a huge voting block now. And you got a lot of politicians that think they got you in their pocket and you're going to vote the way they want you to vote, and they are anti-gun. And now you got and now if you come in with your organization, you become a 2A pro, it goes against their agenda. And so they got to start splitting. They got to start causing chaos. You know, I don't know if you feel that way or not, but that's how I see it.
No, you make a good point, because what I've seen over the last 4 or 5 years, especially, you know, even though we can't make commentary on politics one way or the other, you do get emails, you do get phone calls with people trying to have their agenda, their perspective pushed on our membership, which we don't do. So I think you're making a valid point. They do notice that we are here. It's just not one person standing, you and I, real deal, sitting there talking. It's 45,000 people, and that makes some noise.
That makes some noise. That's right. And like I said, a lot of the white A2A people don't even know about NAGA, and this is the first time they ever heard about them.
Right.
And so that already puts a nasty taste in their mouth, which it shouldn't, because they should not be so gullible and believe everything they hear, and they should do their own research and find out what you guys stand for.
Correct.
And everything you guys stand for is awesome. I mean, I don't know how anybody can argue for what you stand for.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing as far as I'm concerned.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
Sure.
And then, so I live in Indiana, and I've been emailing, trying to figure out what chapter I'm gonna belong to.
Okay. Have you made a decision?
What's that?
Have you made a decision yet? Or
yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of the Indianapolis, the Red Wings chapter. Okay. And I haven't heard back from him yet. And I'm not saying he or she probably got a lot going on. But
let me know if you haven't heard from them like the next 3 or 4 days. Just let us know. It's called our membership.support, and we'll make sure that happens.
Because I talked to them once, and they said, you know, the closest would be Chicago, but I want to stay in a free state, so I want to stay in Indiana.
Oh, well, thanks, real deal. I'll just hang out here.
I heard that.
But yeah, and I would be proud to belong to the Red Wings, because they were the warriors. I don't know if people know the history of the Red Wings, but these were men of men, and they were the first fighter pilots in World War II, and they saved a lot of lives.
Right.
So
that's good, man.
I'd love to be a part of that group. So
I'll definitely like I said, for 3 or 4 days you don't hear anything, just give me a jingle and make sure that can happen.
All right, I'll re-email them again.
Okay.
See. But yeah. So I think that was a hatchet job, and all these YouTubers jumped on the negative wagon and was more than happy to talk negative about NAGA. Yeah. And like you said, you know, one guy talked for 9 minutes all negative, and he did a 1 minute saying that you came out and you said that. Then you came out and you said no, you were not against. You were for constitutional carry, and then he went on his day. You know.
Yeah.
So it was designed to try to put a wedge into the community. There's no doubt.
We're not going to let that happen. No.
That's right.
Appreciate you, man.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Shout out to the turkeys and the chickens, man.
I sure will.
And the goats. Don't forget the goats.
Don't start like that.
Real deal. He says the red tails. Somebody said that.
It's red tails.
Oh, red tails. He knew it was red. He knew that much.
Yeah.
Refrigerator Q, what's happening, man?
What's going on, my people? What's going on?
One time.
One time for the one time.
Yeah, man. Let me make sure. I'm out here working, trying to sneak a question in real quick. Mr. Phil.
Yes, sir.
A lot of us, you know, really just hearing about NAGA through being involved in 2A. Is there going to be any effort to have more public events like the Caliber magazine release or other events where non-members can get a chance to interact with members, and also to get the word out about NAGA to others that are not. There are a lot of new people to 2A, and they're not all linked into some of this, YouTube and some of the platforms and some of the popular people. Is there any type of effort being made or maybe plans being made to kind of reach out outside of the community, outside of the 2A community, to kind of bring in more members and more support?
We were talking about this very subject yesterday, myself and a couple of the other members. I think it's going to be a combination of a lot of virtual stuff, combination of some physically having some events where people can come and take pictures and connect and talk and ask questions that they really need the financials about. But I think we need to put everything together and have a consistent message that we're doing on the outside, virtually, and reaching out to the YouTubers like yourself and the members on the board here to get that information out. Otherwise, nobody's going to know about us, and we'll just be in the corner where we have a little base of folks, but we don't reach out to the masses. Because, like I said, there's 14 million Black folks out there. All 14 million of those Black folks should know about NAGA. Doesn't mean they're going to be members, but they should know.
Right.
So we have a lot of work to do. Definitely a lot more work to do.
Okay, well, like I said, I just wanted to ask that quick question. RGG, Fat Guy with Guns, Carbon Q, I appreciate all the work y'all doing too. Keep it up. And let me get back before I get a call from a customer.
All right, thank you, bro.
Thank you. Peace, bro.
Pretty good question, man. Man, they're doing good tonight, Phil. The last time I thought it's been a little rough. Hot Tub Tony was being rough, making you work a little bit. Tonight, kind of fun, man.
I think they've taken mercy on me tonight.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Phil, I see some questions about some competition stuff. Have you guys ever thought about sponsoring like a USPSA match, Steel Challenge match, anything like that, IDPA, stuff like that?
We have something in the works. That's all I'm gonna say right now. We got something coming real quick.
Oh,
and it's gonna be a NAGA event, NAGA style competition, not you see out there. Something that our people can say, okay, I want to do that.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you really can shoot, if you really can shoot, now's the time. When it comes around, you can show your stuff.
All right.
You heard that, Zach?
No, I heard that. Black boy, you heard that? I asked that question for you, bro.
What's going on, OG?
Atlanta Prim, what's going on, brother?
Man, I gotta pop in. Hey, Carbon Q, what's going on? What's going on, Fat Guy?
What up, bro?
Look. First of all, Philip Smith is an honorary name. That was my father's name, as well as my brother's name. He's a junior.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Yeah. So that's my father's name. That's where I get my initials from. My question to you is, how young, I should say, do you think it's too young to carry? How young do you think? Currently, Georgia just passed a carry and conceal, like constitutional carry here in Georgia.
Correct.
Georgia state law states that you have to be 18 to possess a firearm or a rifle, and you have to be 21 to purchase a firearm from a licensed dealer. So technically, with this new law that it just passed, you can be 18 and carry and conceal now. So how young do you think is too young to carry and conceal?
It depends, and maturity varies from person to person. I know some 18-year-olds that are so mature, they're more mature than a 40-year-old, and 50-year-olds that are out there. So it just depends. I'll say this: it comes down to what is your intent. Are you intending just to carry to protect yourself? Are you trying to make a statement? And as I said before, it's your intent. So I see some very mature young men and women for the most part that I have no problem with. So I don't have a problem with the age at all.
So we, it's a big win for us here in Georgia with the new law. But we also just put, firearms in the hands of 18-year-olds, and I train my children. My children are trained. They understand gun safety. If I was being held in a headlock 15 yards away, I would trust my life in my son, my 12-year-old son's hand to take the shot. Like, they're that trained, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm okay with it, but it's just like, I just thought about it. Like, these young boys now got the green light to just really There's no governor on it. So, it's still a win for the 2A community. I think this is now the time for us to really get out here and educate and really, put some real knowledge into these young kids' heads now.
Just out of curiosity, how old are your kids?
12 and 7.
Okay, and I take it they both shoot, right?
Yeah, they both shoot.
Good, that's a good thing.
Yep, they both shoot. My daughter, give her about another year. I'll trust her with that shot too.
The shotgun?
No, with a shot, just taking that shot, taking that.
All right,
yeah, taking that shot. Like somebody held me, and I needed them to take a shot and play shot placement. Like, yeah. Give her about one more year. She can take that shot too. But
we're gonna see where your shot placement at in Nashville.
Man, look, man, I done got arrested. I'm out here yelling and screaming and giving them pep rallies and hey, get your gun up and I ain't took a shot in God knows when. I need to get out here and clean my whistle, man.
You better warm up, boy, because I'm ready. You hear me?
Yeah, I'll be ready for Nashville
right now.
I'm telling you, I'll be ready for Nashville. But yeah, I just want to pop in and ask that question and show my support, man.
All right, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. I see y'all in the chat.
See you later.
All right.
I had somebody just post something in the chat.
Oh, what's up, Chris?
Hey, Nick.
What's going on?
Oh, this is the man of the hour here, Chris. What's going on, big dude?
Man, chilling, man. Where you been, Phil? Man, been looking for you, man.
They got me locked down in the office, man. They got me chained here.
I'm
trying to get out of here. How's Galveston?
It's storming crazy right now. It's storming, so it's my Wi-Fi messed up. That's why. How y'all doing? How everybody doing? Q.
And how you doing, Nick?
Bad guy, RGG. How y'all doing?
Good, brother. What's up with you, man? You good?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm trying to hang out with y'all, man. I be in the crowd, man. I want to get up here with y'all with RGG.
Oh man, listen, I'm just trying to make it, man. I'll take it one day at a time, brother. That's it. Hold on, man. Let me see who else got a question. Hoodneck, for y'all that don't know, he plugged with the man. He just come in. I'm just gonna come sit down. I ain't even got no question. He could call him on his cell phone to ask the question. He ain't have to come here.
Yeah, funny.
Hey, what's up, brother? You got a question for Mr. Phillip? Hello?
Hi.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Good. What's going on, man? You got a question for Mr. Smith today?
Yes, sir. Now I heard you say you got a NAGA competition event going on. When is that going to be?
We're trying to develop it right now, and the thing about it's going to be a little different than what's out there right now. We want to cater to something that Black folks are going to like, they're going to gravitate to, and want to repeat it through every year. So we're working on it right now.
Okay.
But you got to be able to shoot.
Say it again.
You got to be able to shoot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I enjoy competition. That's what I do. So I'm actually starting doing a 3-gun competition now. So
3-gun.
I'm practicing on doing that. Just got to do a couple upgrades, to my firearm, so that way I can better my shots.
Mm-hmm. You do any IDPA?
Say it again.
You ever do IDPA?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope, just use USPCA.
Okay.
Oh, that was a new one.
USPSA?
Yep.
All right. I appreciate it. That's it, my brother?
Yes, sir.
Well, you made us all just be quiet for a second. We had a moment of silence.
My bad. It was a little awkward for a second. I'm like, whoa.
Yep, got me that time. That's the first time that was my first awkward moment since I've been going live. You got me. But I appreciate it, man. It's got to be a first time for everything. I appreciate you coming here with your question, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, man.
Peace.
You got me. You got me.
Got funny.
Anyway, shout out to that brother, man. What's been going on with your Hoodneck?
Man, nothing, man. Trying to get this property, man. We put an offer in on this property that we've been looking at, and literally it went under contract the day before. So we're back on the market looking. It's just we just got friendly reminder that the world keep moving and it don't stop for nobody.
Boy, for nobody.
Either you got it or you don't.
Yeah.
You got it or you don't. We've been looking at that. Probably been on the market for a year. We was looking at it since like November. Literally, the day we get the green light, it go under contract the day before. So just took it as a sign from above. You know, that ain't for us. So I'm just trying to find what it is.
I'm gonna put the link out there, man, because we winding down. So if you got any questions, I'm gonna put the link out there, man. You know, I got my hood neck shirt, man. You know, I wore it on the live a couple times.
I watched the video. I thumbs up it and everything. I came back and watched it after you told me.
Yeah, man. So you know, I'm trying to support the best I can, brother.
And I appreciate that support, bro. For
Yep. Hold on, let me see. That's Marshall Wiley, man. Let me bring him in and see what he got. Got a couple brothers back here.
June.
Hey.
Only
what's
June.
Going
What's up?
on? What's happening, peeps and peepettes?
What up, man?
Oh man. Hello. This is me. Is that you?
Yeah, is that you?
Okay. Hey, I don't know if I should get nervous about this, but this is just something that it's just kind of been looking strange here lately. You know, with that shooting of that brother in New York, that shot a bunch of people, being a brother. I was listening to this white guy's page, and he kept insinuating that this was a black guy who did this, and you know, like there's a lot of black mass murderers out there that commit crimes, and you know, I haven't heard of that. I think only probably 3 out of my whole life.
We do not fit the description.
Yeah. And it just seems like, let me get right to the point. It seems like now that there's a lot of African Americans becoming legally gun owners and getting firepower and out there really training, that they're trying to trying to find a way to take some of our rights in some kind of way. And I think that, you know, a lot of brothers, you know, they do these gun collections and different things, and people are watching those things. You know, brothers just ain't buying one gun and one rifle the way it used to be, one shotgun for the house, but they're buying multiple firearms. And I know they talked about this for a while with the laws, trying to change and different things to put triggers and other stuff. Do you think that might have anything to do with a lot of African Americans becoming firearm involved in firearms?
You asking me now?
Yeah. I mean, what have you heard? You got a big organization. Have you heard of anything like that?
Of course, anytime there is anything that's going to prevent people, and it's always going to hit us a lot harder, our community, it's done by design. But what we have to do is realize what's going on at all times and to work together. As I said earlier, come together, hold the next person's hand next to you symbolically, and work together in the two-way community. We have a strong voice. We got 45,000 members. 14 million African Americans have guns now. There is no excuse for any legislation that comes across the table that we don't talk about or we have input. Numbers count, particularly to politicians, because they like one thing more than anything, even more than money. They like staying in office. And if we let them know how we feel about certain things collectively, and I've stressed collectively, I think we'll be in a better place. But the opposition is not going anywhere. There's 4 or 5 very large organizations that are anti-gun and will always be anti-gun. And they're very organized. They work together. We need to start working together. Even though the other organization you're working with, you may not like them. You might even despise them. But the greater concern is that you both like guns and the Second Amendment. That should be the focus. That needs to be the goal.
So with that being said, I talk to a lot of young people who have firearms but may not have their license, and I try to encourage them to go get it done legally if they're going to carry. But a lot of young people think that if they go get it legally, that they're going to be watched or their name is going to be in the data, and they're afraid that their name is going to be in the data, even though they're not out for no good. It's just that society have them thinking that if I go down there and get my CCW and give them my numbers off of my guns and all that. They're going to know what I have and all of this different stuff. So are we talking a lot to young people, trying to encourage them to get CCWs? Have you heard of anything or any programs like that?
I can't speak for other organizations, but I know we're trying to have a youth movement within NAGA because
Okay,
we're
that's what I'm asking.
dramatically, we have too many older people. We don't have enough young people. So we're starting to reach out to young people like here on the panel, Hood Nick, who definitely is somebody who represents the future. Carbon Q, I mean, that's the future. RGG, that's the future. So we need to make sure that those folks know about what we're doing and they can relay that information to their base. That's how you make effective change.
Okay, and then one more last thing, and I'm not telling nobody what to do, but I just know those young brothers like GHC or something like that would
GHG,
probably, yeah, he got like 500,000 members. I don't know if those are somebody like nigga could try to recruit to try to get that message out to young people. Is there any special way that, like with the young YouTubers who got a big following, that we can kind of talk to those guys, or they can talk to you, or how would, and this is to the whole group, you think, how would we get out to for them guys, because they listen to each other more than they do an old fellow. And I think if they were part of NAGA organization, the other young folks might want to be a part of that, knowing they got a following of over 500,000.
But you got to make it attractive to the young folks. Let's be honest. It's got to be something that pulls them in. You just can't say join my organization for the sake of joining my organization. You got to have some meat behind those meat and potatoes. What are they going to do? What are the advantages that they get when they join NAGA for young folks? When I say young folks, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, they want to see something. They want to feel something. And what I believe, if you connect with those young people culturally, let them know that being black is special and having a gun is a special thing for a black person, and let them know the unique quality of NAGA that resonates more than just saying just join and just shoot your gun. They can do that by themselves, but you have to have a greater cause attached to it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thanks, Jay. RGG, nice seeing everybody. Carbon Q, my fly family, the family, fat guys with guns. You guys take care. Have a special day.
You too, man. Boy, I like this, man. I like when everybody get involved. Hey, what's up? What's going on there?
Oh, yo.
What's up, D-Rag?
I wasn't ready. No. Start over.
Yeah, I like to catch them when they ain't ready, boy.
My bad. I had my do-rag and
They said,
everything.
whoa.
Okay. All right. Serious face. Sir, my question for you, Mr. Phillip, would be, has any of your members been in any of these testy situations to where, having a firearm cause, self-defense situations, or even just pulled over, cop interactions, having that asshole cop or whatever pull you over and saying, oh, get out now, I need to strip your whole car, like stuff like that. Have you guys actually backed your members, or is that a thing that you guys do as far as being a member type of thing? Not like a full USCCA where you got lawyers and everything, but do you at least try to make sure your members are, in a sense, covered legally and things of that nature?
I think what you're really saying is that at the chapter level, because we are a community-based organization,
right?
NAGA is here because thousands and thousands of black folks are taking their dimes and nickels and their pennies and signed up for us.
Correct.
What we try to do at a chapter level, and I can't speak for every chapter president, but I'm gonna speak for most of them right now. When we get together, when I say we, members and the chapter president, we talk about real life situation. We talk about, if you're driving and a cop comes behind you in your state, know your gun laws. Don't get in that car with a gun unless you know your gun laws. If you're stopped, stop 10 and 2, turn off the radio, turn off the car, let them have their day. Don't have court on the side of the highway ever, because you'll lose 10 out of 10 times.
Sure.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's the reality. You let that cop do what he says, and move on. Get a lawyer if you think you've been unjustly stopped, and then take care of your business. But don't go at that man or that woman. But yes, hundreds, if not thousands, of NAGA members have been stopped. They've had issues. They had problems with being stopped. That's an obvious thing.
Yeah.
The thing is, what do we do?
Right.
What do we do as an organization to stop that kind of thing? And I think we are taking steps to organize at a chapter level to deal with that. But it takes time, man. It takes a long time to change the narrative.
Oh, for sure. It's easier to break than it is to build. That's for sure. And then the other question I had was, as far as chapters, like I'm out here in Utah, and like I'm probably about the only NAGA out here, you know, me and the wife and kids and everything. So, you know, especially if we wanted, if like, say, if I wanted to bring what handful of NAGAs that may be out here together, how would someone go about, you know, making a chapter or being a part of a chapter if it's not even nearby?
I got a solution for it. It's not a total 100%, but I think we're going to meet you halfway.
All
I was
right.
just talking to our membership director today, Shania Daniels, and we will be rolling out a virtual chapter for members that are in places where there's not a lot of NAGA members, not a lot of Black folks. Let's be keep it real. Where you can at least say, you know what, I'm in Utah, but I can talk to somebody in Ogden, and I'm up here in Provo. But at least we're not very close, but we can at least have a virtual connection.
Don't want to say what? Somebody knew some letters of Utah? Shut up. I didn't even think that was possible. Yeah, because I actually live in the area of Ogden, you know, and since we've been out here, me and my wife, we decided pretty much, you know, to get on board. But when, you know, we got our CCW, and that's one thing that I found out talking to a lot of the gun shops and stuff, like, I guess to answer my man's question that just got off, is that's an automatic for you in the system, though, at the same time, to say that you're cleared. That's why in most cases you don't get the holdup that everybody else gets as far as checks, purchasing firearms and stuff like that. You get a check, you got your CCW, and you out of there. If anything else, that's what takes so long. So that's another thing for a lot of officers, I guess, in some senses, to see that if he still has this and we can run it and there's nothing on there, then you're automatically good. So that's the definite benefit to having a CCW or CCP or whatever they call it, wherever you are.
If you're in a state that's not constitutional carry, like a Georgia where I'm at, definitely do the legal thing. Get your CCW so you can carry the gun to protect yourself and your family. Always. Don't do anything illegal, because when you do something illegal, you put yourself at jeopardy. Get arrested, do time, lose your rights to have a gun forever. So do the legal thing. Always do the legal thing.
And like I said, it automatically, just to possess it shows responsibility. Period.
Absolutely.
You know, because again, you can't do certain. It's almost like a probation thing. Like you can't do certain stuff when you have it. You know, you can't be associated two things together. You know, when it comes to having that thing. So I think that's another bonus of having it. But that's it. RGG, Zach, Carbon, good neck. Thank you guys. I'm hyped. I was on one more time. Wait. I might regret asking this question. Oh, he left. You know, it wasn't meant for me to ask him. I was going to ask him how he ended up in Utah. That might have went. I'll let it go. Hey, man, you back.
I's back. Y'all having fun, though, man. It's a good time. Hoodneck, what up, baby?
What's the deal, bro? How you doing?
Not bad. Same old. Phil, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Your opinion, and don't answer it if it's not comfortable.
No,
with the constitutional carry passing in Georgia, do you feel that it at all lacked something that, in your opinion, you know, it would have came across better? It would have possibly saved more lives or involved more training. So as plain and simple as it may be, in a perfect world, would you have, you know, put a little something extra to it?
No, I like it just the way it is, because constitutional carry, what it does, as I said before, it gives you the right to have access to that gun immediately. If you're that single mom, if you're that guy that works late and getting off and you need something with you like ASAP, that's the constitutional carry. It's the Second Amendment being realized when you buy it at the store. That's why it's so important. And that's why 20 states have it now, and we're fighting to get more because it helps you protect yourself instantly. There's no delay. There's no CCW card. So I like the way it's presently formed, and I think we should all rally around it and try to get it in your state if you don't have it in your particular state.
All right, good. I just wanted to be able to make sure you put your stamp on that, because the entirety of what was going on is because people couldn't get that clear through their head. That you completely support it from top to bottom, just the way it is.
Just the way it is. Absolutely.
Definitely. All right, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to come in and breeze that past you. Gentlemen, ladies.
You.
Hey, Billy.
Only one lady. Just lady.
Huh?
Lady. Not
just one lady.
Said ladies. So I
Right.
want to make sure I correct that.
Oh, no. Sorry, I got some ladies around me too. Sit down.
So there's a question on the screen here, man.
Wait. I just want to say something real quick. Tracy Brown's link is in the comments. She has 573 of the 600 that she needs. So if y'all could just hit that link and go ahead and support her in getting that petition filled up, I really do appreciate it. And so would she. Thank you very much. I'm going to drop it again.
And Q.
Yes.
Refrigerator Q was at the Caliber magazine release.
Oh, was he?
He was. I gave him a magazine. I remember now. Eric was like, yeah, he was there. I was like, you sure? And I was like, yeah. The big fella.
You know, you could have told her this tomorrow.
Everybody is big. I'm sorry.
Hey, say it different. Say it different.
Yeah, say it different.
Are you taller than I am?
I just want to ask the question that's on the screen. I really got to start getting control of my show again.
Go ahead.
It's a compared to gun violence in Baltimore and other large cities, do you think the constitutional carry in Georgia would deter or increase gun violence?
Deter. I'm going to put it to you very simply. If you're a crook and you're getting ready to rob some folks in Georgia, and you know everybody's carrying, I say that just symbolically, you're going to think twice about it. As opposed to the other scenario, if you're a crook and you get ready to rob somebody, you know nobody has guns in this particular area, it's going to help, I think, long term. Now,
those are the statistics that they don't put out.
Correct.
They keep that away from you, because that is the statistic that where there are more legally owned firearms, there's less crime. That's true.
You know what? I just found out from talking to Texas Park and Wildlife that if you put a range in your area, also that crime goes down.
Really?
Yep.
Because people are practicing shooting.
They told me they can send me whatever information I need to prove to back that up.
Okay.
And if I'm right,
that's good, Chris.
Georgia, within 10 acres or more in Georgia, if you own property, you can open up a range without going through city permits and et cetera like that.
That's what's up. It's 40.
Yep. And I know you're looking into the Macon area.
Yeah.
If I'm right.
Definitely some advantages. You know, I'm a big land guy. I think getting land, and that's a discussion we can have a later time. I think land is probably one of the most difficult conversations we as gun owners have, because every time we go shoot, we're typically going to somebody else's property or somebody else's store. It's about time we turn that around and have our own places where we shoot.
So you know what? Let me roast everybody around a little bit. Get some feathers ruffled up. I open carry. I'm in South Georgia, more of a rural area, and I know a lot of people prefer concealed over open, and we understand that people have put their work in and they fought for us to have this right. And I'm not open carrying because I feel like I want everybody to see me, carry the torch of what my ancestors fought for. I open carry because it's comfortable and my job, allows me to do so. And like you were saying a little while ago about people are less likely to approach somebody because they think they might carry, but what if they know they carry? A lot of people are so against open carry, but I think the more people that know other people are carrying and guarantee it, like, oh yeah, I see it, I'm gonna not mess with that guy. You know, I'm not saying everybody should go out and open carry. It's not built for everybody, and your environment changes how that could benefit you. But just the fact that a lot of people are completely against open carry bugs me out, but they love a parade. They love when black rifles and open carry and all that stand of force and show of force and you know, they love to see that, but they won't do it on the regular. You know, and it's, I don't know if I even asked the question just now, kind of a statement more so.
Yeah,
sometimes you got to show.
Yeah, it was just a rant. You didn't ask a question.
Yeah, I was waiting on the question.
Not all right. I'm just saying, sometimes you got to actually show and pay respect to the ones who paved it for us to be able to do it. Or you want to keep it a secret and hush, and we're not going to be seen. We're not going to be known, and the two-way voices are not going to be as loud.
Right. I think you make a valid point. I mean, our ancestors died for us. You know, 200 or 300 years ago, folks were getting lynched, they're getting enslaved, and we're in a position now we can, you know, do what we want, you know, to a lesser degree, to a more of a degree. So, it's a personal choice. I like concealed carry personally. I've open carry a couple times, but I like concealed carry personally.
He likes sugar on his grits too, Phil. So you know,
yeah, Phil. You know,
we're not gonna all agree on that.
Sugar gritty though. You know.
Okay.
You know, so that explains why you open carry. You know, it all kind of works together. When you think about it. But no, man, I don't know. I'm more of a concealed guy myself. But you know, teach his own.
Yeah.
Good neck, you conceal or you open carry guy?
Oh, I conceal. I only open carry when I'm going to the range. Like if I don't want to throw the belt on and off and stuff like that, if it's too much. But I'm usually just going straight to the range, like straight home. There's never like no stop and look around and stuff like that. But Texas is different because people open carry. Like if you want to, you know. I think the reason, you know, it don't bother me. I think people just get bothered because they put themselves in that situation. Like if we got in a gunfight, they already got an advantage on me type thing, you know, and that makes people feel uncomfortable. And that's why they be like, no, I don't like to see other people open carry. No, if you can and he can, then you should be able to strategically plan if you see somebody pistol. Like you should be able to, you know, people be worrying about other, you know. If you want to, it's up to you. Like if you're in that area, you got to know it though. You just can't, you know, I ain't finna open carry, walking through no mall or nothing like that, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're in a place that you can, or if you want to, go for it.
Fair
but
enough.
I'm an element of surprise guy.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Okay. All right, man. Well, I got another guy back. Phil, I just want to apologize in advance. Sometimes I don't know what's gonna happen before it happened, but I just go with the flow because I like them.
It's all good, man.
All right, there we go. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, big cuz?
Everything all right in Detroit?
Oh yeah, you know it's good in the hood.
All right, okay, good. Do you know we got a guest tonight, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Naga president. Yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
I didn't know what he was.
You scared me there for a second.
Yeah,
Why do y'all do
that? Gonna come out right there for you.
Just messing with you still.
He's from Detroit too. What's up, man? You got any questions for Mr. Smith?
No, I wanted to just tell him congratulations. Keep up doing the good work. That's all I want to tell him.
Oh, okay.
Say that one more time. I didn't quite hear that.
I said keep up the good work. That's all I want to tell
him. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
No problem. All right, I'm about to jump back in the chat. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
All right, Skilly.
It's good, Jang.
Boy, did good tonight. He usually have a good story for us.
You never know.
Someone asked Phil what NAG intends to do about unconstitutional magazine bans that only enable the criminals who already don't intend to follow the laws. Phil, we ain't gonna do nothing about that.
I was waiting for you to say, "Go ahead, Phil."
Oh yeah, well, that's two awkward moments in one live.
No, we had two optimal moments tonight. I think
I thought it was just a tough question. I thought you were thinking about it. Like,
no, not at all, not at all. But it's a serious question. I think we also should really look at the essence of the question, because what he's really saying is that these bans, I mean, what do they really do other than hurt law-abiding citizens and enable criminals?
Yeah.
And I'll say this to my response: we need to go to your local elected officials, whatever state you're in, and push back. Don't let somebody force feed you saying you only can have 10 bullets in your magazine and have an AR. Why can't you have 30? Why can't you have 40 for that matter?
Yeah.
And that's what it takes, you sitting down and coming together and strategically going after these laws that are crazy in some instances.
I agree. Hope you got your answer there, Jason. Hold on, let me get.
So, if I may, I wanted to just ask you what your thoughts or your perception of what your event is going to be in 2023 at the conference. Is it somewhat planned out? The days? Are you going to have a week-long event or weekend?
It's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, and this might change, but for the most part, there's going to be a day where you come together, you shoot competitively, have awards. Saturday is going to be the main time where you sit down and go into the conference. There'll be different sessions on constitutional carry. There'll be different sessions on all Black women instructors. There'll be another session on how do we buy land to start to Hood next point. How do you buy land? All those sessions will be here in our convention. And the good thing about it, you'll have a chance to put your input. You'll ask your questions during the convention. We'll have all the advertisers you can think and dream out that are going to be there. And as I said earlier, we're going to have Black vendors there. We're not going to forget about the folks that got us here. We're going to allow them to have a good place so they can be exposed to those 40,000 members plus coming in, and they can give their products and services. So it's going to be a total concept, a total strategy that everything that we're talking about and believe in is on display. And I'm just a big advocate for sitting back and letting those who want to have an opportunity to give them that opportunity. I didn't get to this place just instantly. It took one member at a time. One member at a time. And as you guys know, our community, we had to take our nickels and dimes and pennies and come together. So that membership means a lot. That $39 may not mean a lot to some rich cat up there living on the hill that got a Bentley and all this other stuff. But for our folks, our NAGA folks, that membership is a lot, and they respect that. So this is an opportunity for them to celebrate with us. It's going to be 3 days of fun. The last day, I think it's going to be business. The business of the organization. Members are allowed to come in and sit down and listen to us talk about the business of NAGA, and more importantly, the future of NAGA. Where are we in 10 years? Because I tell you right now, in 10 years, I'm probably not going to be here. Somebody else is going to be here. Who's going to be the next NAGA president?
Yeah.
What are he or she going to be doing for the strategic growth of the organization? Are we? I think somebody earlier said, are we going to have a political arm? When are we going to start that, if we start that? So all that's going to be on display on the convention, and it'll be the first time in the history of the United States that an African-American organization has had a firearms convention. So history is going to be made. So bring your cameras, bring your paper to get autographs and pictures. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a one-time event where everybody can celebrate the Blackness of ourselves and be proud.
Good. Very good. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Roadblock.
Amazing.
What's good, everybody? Carpet.
Everything that Roadblock, that camera angle is perfect.
Hey, what's up?
I can't help it if you intimidated by my shirts, man. Just because you can't feel your shirts out, just don't come for me, man.
Is that shirt light red or is that pink? I'm just playing.
Definitely pink. It's definitely, but it's okay, brother. You my guy, man. It don't matter what color shirt you wear. What's going on?
Phil. So I come from the constitutional carry from a different side.
Okay.
I kind of think it's a setup, almost.
Okay, explain.
Who has more negative interactions with police per capita?
I would say we do.
We do. So, with that being said, you got a situation where, because a lot of people teach CCW classes or whatever. So when you go over holsters, types of holsters, and they look at you like, for real? When you go over hollow points versus full metal jackets and what you should carry for self-defense, they look at you like, for real? There's a difference? Like, the training is essential. It's essential for a lot of people because you got people who literally come into the gun store with their gun loaded with full metal jackets with one in the head in their pocket.
Yeah.
In their coat pocket.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen it. So my thing is, surprises and the police never end well for us. And I mean, that's facts. A surprise and the police never ends well for us. So if you have a gun, and Ohio has it where, because Ohio, prior to June 20th, Ohio is a duty to notify state. So you have a duty to notify that officer that you are carrying a firearm. So after that, the duty to notify is gone. So now you have a situation where if I have a CCW, that cop pulls me over, he can see that my CCW comes up on my license. Right? Now, if I pull you over and I don't know you have a CCW, and you roll down your window and I see a firearm, as a cop, most of them are already scary. And I see that bad things can happen. So, I mean, I kind of look at it in a way, because we had 3 incidences in Toledo where people with firearms have gone into a school. And then after they got caught, I didn't know. Well, ignorance does not absolve you of the law, period. Right. So now that's my biggest thing with the constitutional carry. The law is pushed out because people, when you go to a CCW class, I focus on the law. That's one of my main points to it, is the law. So now, as a black man or a black woman dealing with the law aspect, so now you got a situation where you got nobody's teaching the law. So you're not going to have a prerequisite to be like, okay, I know this law. I know I can't go in here with this firearm. I know I can't go here. I know I can't go here. And I know I can't go there. So I was just asking you, like, have you thought about that part of it?
And first of all, you make some great points. And I take it you're an instructor based on what you're saying. You sound like a
yes, sir.
Okay. I look at it just a little bit differently. For 300 years, we haven't had guns. We've had no way to protect ourselves. For 300 years, we've been lynched, mobbed. We've been burned out. Tulsa Massacre, Elaine Massacre, Red Massacre. I just believe that let's try something else. Let's try carrying a gun to protect our families. If we're talking about a road cop who's doing something bad, and not to demonize policemen, because I got a lot of friends who are cops.
I do too.
But if a cop is doing a bad thing, he or she needs to go to jail. Plain and simple. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That's the way, as I said, that's the way I was raised. So I respect what you're saying, but I just believe we're in a better place if we all have firearms to protect ourselves. Will there be incidents where there's a problem and things need to be worked out? Absolutely. I'd be lying to you if I said otherwise. But we need, as black folks, to embrace firearms 24/7, every day of the week, year round.
And I just, Roadblock, me and you, we in the same state. We do the same thing.
Yep.
I just think that there's a certain level of responsibility that we have to put back on the people, that you got to get up off your ass and go learn the law. I didn't just always know all this stuff because I found out stuff before I started getting into it.
But that's you, Zach.
But still, I mean, we're adults. There is a certain level of responsibility that we have to take when it comes to that. It just is. I mean, there's a level of responsibility. When I first got into guns, I waited until I was responsible, till I felt I was able to do it, and then I was able to respect it. And I mean, there's a certain level of responsibility that people are just gonna have to take. Everybody's not gonna do it, but it just is. I can't just say, well, no, the law is just gonna affect us that way. There is a certain level of responsibility that people have to take. I mean, they just do.
The law already affects us in that way, and so now
that's. I mean, if that's the case, then there is a responsibility that you have to take when you decide that you are going to be a firearms owner, and especially if you're going to be a defensive firearms owner. It's different than being just a collector or a captain. You're going to be a person who, listen, I carry this thing with me every single day, all the time, 99% of the time, 100% of the time. That's your responsibility to go out and learn that stuff. I can't take that away to that person and say, well, the law is flawed. No, I don't totally agree with everything in terms of the law, but I do understand that whole right to being able to have a gun and being able to protect yourself and your family. And when you decide to do that, you have to take that responsibility and learn the laws where you are, so you to keep yourself away from that officer or whatever, or try to do the best you can to make sure that you're not in those sticky situations, or if you are, how to get out of it. It's just it's on you to do that. I can't take that responsibility.
So we got kids. So like the legal age in Ohio to carry is 21.
Mm-hmm. Wait. I want to apologize.
So we got kids.
Problem is, I got my dragon's gonna drive on roadblock.
I'm sorry,
Jerry. You're gonna have to turn off that YouTube.
Turn off your TV. Turn off YouTube.
How you doing, Mr. Jerry with the G?
What's up, Jerry with the G? There you go.
There you go.
What's going on?
Not much, man. I know you like watching me on TV.
I ain't gonna be able to hear you that way.
Yeah, it's all good, man. A lot of people get caught up in watching me on television, but I'm right here talking to you, man. How's everything? You must got a delay. Right here talking to you. Oh, this. How's everything?
Wonderful. I don't know if you can hear me or not, though.
Oh yeah, I hear you. It's just a delay. Oh, this is gonna be
wonderful. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Just a delay.
Oh, okay.
You got to turn off.
Yeah, this technology I'm used to, but I appreciate you doing what you're doing, RGG, and thank you, Philip, for coming out here and clearing up the air, because I might have got into a few fist fights over this, but I want to say all the dialogue tonight has been awesome. I just wanted to touch on certain things. Earlier in the show, someone mentioned that you can conceal carry at 18. And I wanted more clarification on that, because I would hate for people to run around town concealed carrying, thinking that they can constitutional carry at 18. Now you can, from my understanding, open carry at 18, but when it comes to concealed carry at 18, you're not supposed to. And if you guys are talking, I can't hear anything.
Is that in Georgia?
Concealed carry at 18, you're not supposed to. And if you guys are talking, I can't hear anything.
There's a delay.
Yeah, we're speaking on Georgia right now, because in Arizona, the case being that at 18 you can open carry. That's the constitutional carry for 18 years old. You can open carry, but you cannot conceal carry at 18. And I do know that you can buy a firearm, at 21, a handgun that is at 21, but you can open carry at 18 if you were gifted a firearm by someone, let's say your parents or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I'll be very honest, I need to verify that.
18 if you were gifted a firearm by someone, parents or something like that.
It's hard for me to. I'll be very honest, I need to verify that.
Hey Jerry, I'm gonna hear this for the next 10 minutes, but I'm gonna mute you because it's a bad delay. If you can go into the chat, the question is, Lord have mercy, that ain't gonna work. He got me. Hold on, I got another brother here, man. Roadblock. I'm gonna have to bring you back in, brother.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. Yep. Peace, everybody.
All right, man.
Roadblock.
Precision Strike. What up, brother?
What's good with you?
What up, man?
How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. So just kind of took a break and saw that you were on and you were talking about some things that got my ear. So I kind of wanted to ask a question and maybe clarify some things with you all. The one thing I want to circle back around, especially with the ranges, I think somebody said there was a statistic that was done about the ranges being out there and it's a little bit safer. Where did you get that information from?
So that was me. I'm like I said, I'm in the process of trying to get land and build up a range. I reached out to Texas Park and Wildlife. I run a nonprofit, so they have a grant program that assists on range building down here in Texas. So that's where the information came from. So
okay, so that's more of a regional aspect then.
I don't know. When I get the information, so once we get the land, that's when I'll start diving deep into the information and stuff. But right now we still trying to find stuff. But that's just what was relayed on, when I was trying to, pass on my mission and stuff to the people at Texas Park and Wildlife. That's the information that relayed to me.
Yeah, no, I was just asking because I see a lot of people on here from Detroit. So a lot of people know, a lot of people don't know. I'm the only black range right now in Detroit. I took a lot of pride and I take a lot of joy in knowing that I pissed off the city council and our police chiefs because I opened something that wasn't there anymore. We don't have any stores or ranges in Detroit anymore after the last riot. Right now, I'm the only one that's slated to open, and I'm opening closer towards June, July.
Congratulations.
But because of that, the main question that we had or that they had was, what's going to happen with all these firearms coming into the city? Are there going to be more shootings? Are there going to be more mass shootings or anything like that? And like I told them, they're not. If they're not going to buy it from me, they're going to go across 8 Mile. They're going to go across into the suburbs and buy it. And the reason that I asked the statistics, because I still have court cases that I go to pretty frequently about that. And one of the things was I actually tried to say something like that. And at least in Michigan, because all of the ranges are in the suburbs, we didn't have any real good hard data to go off of dropping violent crimes, because we've actually had in the past 14 hours, we've had about 3 triple murders being with firearms related. We had 3, I think it was 2 adults, 1 child was found in the house, shot to the head. We've also had a couple of people being robbed over here by where I live. So that's why, excuse me, the statistics, I was kind of looking at that. I was like, okay, if you can give me more information on that, that'd be great. But as of right now, I don't know how anybody else in Detroit says it, but I don't say that we have a statistic to, clarify the violent crime aspect of it. I don't know about pretty much the constitutional carries. I know Michigan law pretty well, but what you all were saying, I kind of, some of the stuff I agree with, like if everybody has a gun, then it's kind of, well, I got to think twice about if I'm going to rob this person or if I'm going to come up into this house and start doing the invasion.
Mm-hmm.
What we were talking about with some of the instructors that I have on staff right now, what I was telling them yesterday, Michigan AG was actually thinking about constitutional carry at some point. I think, and you all can stop me if it sounds like complete bullshit, but I don't think that, we're going to have to worry about the violent crime as much. I'm more scared of accidental shootings that's going to happen. Either a child is going to grab something and shoot themselves or shoot somebody else, because a lot of people in Detroit and just in Michigan doesn't know that FFL in Michigan, we're duty bound to give you a lock. It just comes out of our profit. It's just part of what we have to do. You don't have to go to the cops or anything like that. But, some people will get a lot of private sales. They'll walk out and just call it a day. Also with the, constitutional part of it, I don't know how that's going to shape, the training atmosphere or anything like that. But I was thinking, more of, I think like what you said, have more law courses is going to be the thing now, because I believe in, again, I don't know anything about constitutional carry really that much, but I think it just says that you can go into the dealership and buy something, basically. It doesn't say that you can go out and start walking around and, shoot somebody because you got into an argument or anything like that, or you know the law per se. It's just you're allowed as a human citizen in the United States of America to buy a firearm. Am I correct? Or
in Georgia, I'll speak for Georgia. I mean, and I think there's 20 states, as I said before, that advocate and have constitutional carry. And I think they're all pretty much the same in one way or another. In Georgia, when you purchase a gun now under constitutional carry, you're immediately allowed to carry that gun openly or in a concealed fashion out in public. I think that's a good thing. I just think it puts us in a better place for citizens to feel comfortable while they protect their families, their loved ones, and themselves. That's just, bottom line with me.
Okay. And then the last question I really got is when it comes to just carrying in general, I was hearing a lot of people talk about the ammo, different types of ammo that we have. What is the training, I guess, aspect of that when you teach somebody your classes? Because usually when I teach my class is a little bit different. I don't personally teach the handgun basic CPL course out here in Michigan for us. I teach counter ambush, so I usually tell them like, "Hey, we'll make you AP rounds." I don't know what is the I guess what's the universal consensus of what type of rounds we're going to be using for self-defense when it comes to just anywhere from a small arms like a 9 to a 45 to even a larger mid-sized range or light armament.
I'm gonna say this first and foremost. I'm not an instructor, but I will say this: I know some of the best instructors in the country, in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Chicago, California. So you would have to ask them to get a detailed, response to that. But I'm not an instructor, so I'm not gonna try to act like I am.
Okay.
Great answer, Phil. That's what I would have said.
All right.
Precision Strike, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Man, let me know when that joint open up in Detroit so I can come visit.
Yeah, please let us know, man.
Most definitely.
All right.
All right. Nice meeting you, man.
That guy with guns, you funny, man. I fuck with you, man.
He said I'm funny.
he funny, man.
So, man, that's all I got, Phil. I didn't have no more questions. I was just letting them guys talk.
I thought this was just a warm up. I thought the show hadn't started yet, so I'm ready to go.
Oh, Phil's still ready. We got plenty of energy, man. Them guys still waiting back there, though, man. I told Roadblock I'd bring him back. He's standing right there like a roadblock, too. Roadblock, where you at? There you go. Oh, you're going to try to get his arm in the camera. Go ahead. Go ahead. We coming to the end now. You can go on and show him.
Yeah, bro. There's one more question out there that I see out here in the chat.
Parasite was in here earlier, too. He must have been far back.
You saw what Pepper 101 said?
Are there any plans within the organization to begin to lobby for future legislation? You came in late. We talked about that, but Phil, you want to touch on it again real quick?
Yeah, currently, right now, no, but possibly in the future. I mean, a lot of folks like yourselves really want to see that happen for a lot of reasons. I believe that eventually there's going to be a legal arm of NAGA. Not now, but maybe 5, 6, 7 years, because we have too many people that want to go and talk about that particular aspect of society as it relates to firearms. So hopefully, down the line, it becomes a reality as opposed to something we're just talking about.
Okay. Hood he kicked himself out.
Nah, go ahead, man.
Okay. You see any more good questions out there? I don't want to miss anything. I'm sure it was a lot, man. If I missed y'all questions, I'm apologize because my eyes bad.
Phil, let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah, go right ahead.
The curriculum in schools back in the 70s and the 60s often offered firearms training to children, ROTC also. Yeah. Is that something that you would be for?
I believe that anytime a child can learn how to properly engage with the firearm with the parents' consent, it's a good thing. And I'll stress parents' consent.
Yes.
That parent knows that child better than anybody. The maturity level, how they are mentally, they able to understand, right from wrong. So I think that's a parental decision that we need to let them make. But yeah, if a parent agrees to it, yeah, like we had earlier, I think the guy said his child was 7 and she was shooting, and he was very comfortable with her. And his son was 12 and he was shooting. So it depends on that parent.
I've seen both of them children shoot, and they
Can
are.
he shoot?
Yeah, they can shoot, and their safety knowledge is on par.
Okay, that's great. That we need more of that. Definitely.
Yes. Yep.
Phil, man, you've been great, man.
No, awesome. I think I enjoy coming. I love all y'all. It's like my second family, and I'm like I said before, you guys are the future of 2A for the Black community. Everything that you guys are doing, you're setting a beautiful foundation. And just imagine where you're going to be in 15, 20 years from now. It's going to be beautiful.
Yes.
So,
so
I'm
gonna be living down there where you at, Phil. I'm trying to get south, man. I can tell you that.
Hey, come on down to Georgia, man.
And just because we would disagree on concealed carry, we still out here educating.
Absolutely.
It don't matter who we are. We still out here educating whoever we can educate, whoever we come across. If you see a kid, you know what I'm saying, that's walking around and you see he might not be carrying in a great way, pull him to the side, like, hey, brother, man, nice gun you got there. Hey, man, you might, I got a good website for a holster for you, brother.
Exactly.
I've done that many times. It works, man. It works.
And I want to coattail what Roblox just said. We have a saying in NAGA, and all the NAGA members know it, and I'll say it again. We agree to disagree, but not disconnect. And that simply means Roblox and I can have a conversation. He say, Phil, I believe this. This is my view on open carry versus concealed carry. We go back and forth. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give him a high five and hug him and say, thank you for the conversation. The worst thing we can do, especially as Black people, because we can't afford to split up. We got to stay together. We got to hold each other's hands virtually as well as symbolically and work within the 2A community. So great points, Roblox.
Excellent.
A good recovery, Roadblock.
Man,
yeah, that's a good one.
I thought your first.
Yeah, that's
grade,
that's nice. How do you say it? You say, "Hey, brother, that's a nice shirt you got here, but let me show you how to wear one a little loose."
Oh, you all crazy.
The big and tall section is down. The width is down.
Let's do a hoodie or something.
Speaking of which, before I get out of here, man, shout out again to Naga. For those that didn't know, they are one of our sponsors for Nashville.
Absolutely.
Phil is going to be in attendance down there. This is one of the first events of its kind. For those of you who don't know, it's actually sold out. It sold out extremely fast too. As soon as we announced it, the thing sold out. We opened up more space. It sold out again. We opened up more space. It sold out again. So I know this thing is going to be special. I want to shout out to all the organizations who have now stepped in and decided to be a part of this and partner with us to help us make it as good as possible. I know it's going to continue to get bigger. I know all of so many of the big YouTubers and people in this industry that's gotten to know me have been supporting me just on some organic stuff versus, me having to reach out to them. So I always want to say thank you. That's like the best I could do. Like, really thank you all, man. Whether it be Naga, Gun Camp with Twister and those guys like Hoodneck, Optics Planet. I mean, the list goes on. Black Rambo, my boy, man. That's my dog. Just everybody who's been showing me love. Yoki Stirrup, my sister, man. She always, like, I call her right now. She pick up. Like, it's those type of things that keep me pushing. So to know that you got people supporting you, now I know I got to be on the up and up, and always be a stand-up dude. And shout out to these three that's on this panel besides Phil, Roadblock, and Hoodneck. Carvin Q, Billy, Zach, they hold me down every day. They get mad at me because I forget stuff, but I'm only human, man. I'm just trying. So, but it's all love, man. So I appreciate everybody. Everybody hang out in this chat. Boy, Phil, you be bringing them out, man. You're a pretty popular fella, man.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear, man.
Yeah, man. They come out and hang out all night to hear these conversations.
Yeah, this is nice, man. We need more of this. I mean, we need the chance to just get it out and be around each other. This is a beautiful thing, man. I'm so proud that I'm here to participate. So thank you.
Appreciate it, man. So I look forward to having you again for part 3. We'll do that sometime in the near future.
Absolutely.
I appreciate all of y'all hanging on the panel with me.
Everybody in the chat, if you haven't got the opportunity, go ahead and pick up your edition, Caliber magazine.
And
Check
go
it
vote
out. Some good
for
reads.
because the voting is about to be cut off.
Go vote.
The voting cuts off.
Yeah, you got
end of the
about
week, so you got a couple more days.
yeah.
Put that link tree up. That link up there. That link tree.
Can we get the link tree up there real quick so people can click on that link and you can go and vote for your.
I'm talking about now. Roadblock is bossing me around. This is crazy.
I'm trying to find it too.
Keep seeing him do that too. Q, drop that link. Q,
have it on deck.
He said it better than me. He said it with a lot of confidence too. But, oh yeah, go ahead and drop that link.
Drop that link, Q. Put that link out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can I say one thing, RGG?
Yes, sir, man. What's up?
And just regarding Caliber magazine, just as he mentioned, if you haven't gotten the magazine, please get the magazine. Subscribe to the magazine. Caliber is an excellent magazine. It's owned by us, made by us, for us. And it's the only magazine anywhere that's for us, directed to stories that enhance us, that talk about us from a firearms perspective. And we have stories that aren't about firearms. We talk about food. We talk about soul food. We talk about clothing. We talk about trends. So it's a really good magazine. And we got a great team that puts it together for us. So get Caliber magazine if you can.
Shout out Caliber.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad you said that. Hey, Phil, listen, man. Don't say this. Don't tell nobody I asked you.
Okay.
Can you talk to people over at Caliber, see if they put my picture in there or something?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I ain't never been in a magazine, man. I just want to be in somebody. It ain't got to put my name in there. Just put my picture.
I'll make it happen, man. No
All
problem.
right, I'm going to send a picture over to you.
All
right, I appreciate that, man. Anybody else got anything for Phil or Carver Q, Zach, Roadblock, Billy? Anybody? If not, I'm about to end this thing and get out of here, and I will see you all on Wednesday night.
All right.
All right.
Very good.
All right, y'all.